Years ago, I was dating this girl who one day all of a sudden she was like, I wanna cut my hair. I want to do something different. I'm gonna cut my hair really short. And I was like, I don't think you should do that. She's like, no, I'm gonna do it. It's like, all right, it's your decision. Do whatever you want. So she cut her hair super short, and then literally the next day we're like walking by a hair salon. She looked at it. She's like, I want to get extensions.
No
I was like, all right, this isn't working out. I was like, that was it. I was like,
You
okay.
broke up with her for
I
that?
broke up. Like, that was the reason. I was like, you are so unable to commit to something. Like, I knew it was a bad idea. I told you did it anyway, and now you're gonna spend it's just an enormous waste of money at that
But
point.
sometimes women just want to experiment and try new things, and they do something, realize they
it's
don't like
her
it, so
hair.
they can fix it.
No, and it was her decision, just like it was my decision to no longer be dating her.
Wow. That has to be the single worst reason to break up with someone, I think.
Is that your
I've
worst?
had tons of bad ones.
What's the most shallow reason you broke up?
I
with
didn't
someone?
like the way someone ordered a steak once.
What? Like how it was cooked, or did she say something wrong?
Like it was
or
well
what?
done, and you're like, I'm out.
Or was she just like mean to the server?
She was a little rude to the server.
Okay, that I understand.
But she did not want the steak cooked at all.
What? Wait, okay.
She wanted like steak tartare.
Like take
Blue?
it out. No, like take it out of the fridge and put it on a plate.
The fuck? Was she anemic? What's happening?
Isn't that just gonna give you food poisoning?
Yeah, I didn't stick around to find out.
I mean,
Wait,
you
do
can get a tartare, but that's,
But yeah, you
Something
prepare that. Like
special.
that's a certain way. That's not like you take a ribeye out of the freezer section at HEB and just start munching on it. Like,
that's
Oh, it'd be so tough and cold.
yeah, that might be the pettiest reason.
that's really weird. No, I think that's a pretty valid reason. Like that's
It's
indicative of something else going on there.
It's good that you knew fast, though. Some people don't realize that stuff until they're dating someone like way down the line. They're
Yeah,
like,
it was that was like first date. It was like, okay, nope, out.
Out.
And it's not like I was getting many dates at the time either. Like it was really like, oh god damn it. Like
You didn't ask her about it? That'd be
No.
fascinating. I'd be like, oh,
Right.
why didn't you like meat cooked?
no,
Yeah.
I was afraid that it was going to go down like a rabbit hole of like more stuff I didn't want to know. Like I was already checked out by that point.
I was
You
like, what
didn't
if
want
she
to find
cooked-
out that she was pregnant with Satan's child. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
She likes the
Raw
taste of
beef.
human
Yeah.
flesh and raw meat.
What if she cooked stuff like cereal and she just had it wrong? She had everything the opposite.
Like stuff that shouldn't be
God.
cooked got
yeah.
cooked.
Yeah.
Like boil. Why are you boiling milk? I'm gonna eat some Captain Crunch.
Yeah. I gotta toast it in the oven first. It's gonna
deep
taste
fat fryer.
delicious.
Oh man.
I feel like that would taste good. Like a toasted Captain Crunch.
Probably.
Put it in the oven. Stick it in. Roast it a
A
little
little
bit.
porridge.
Porridge.
Make a little like oatmeal out of your warm milk and
That's just-
toasted Captain
That's
Crunch.
just soggy mess. That's just gloop.
So do you not like cereal with milk because it gets the cereal soggy?
I do. I just eat it really fast.
Are you the kind of
Oh.
person who puts very little milk in their cereal?
No, I'll go all out. I'll just scoff it down.
Okay.
And if there's bits that are really soggy, like I've left some bits behind, I just won't eat them.
Do you drink the milk at the end?
God, no.
Well, okay. Wow.
So
You know
it
what
just
you
tastes
sh-
like cereal.
You know what you should do?
Tastes like liquid
That's
cereal.
the best part.
Yeah.
Are you
Put
serious?
them-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's like a sugary milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Put
I
the
don't
milk in
want that.
first.
Yeah.
And then put the cereal in. Try it.
Oh, I get it.
Just
So
try
there
it.
are parts that don't even touch the milk,
Yeah.
potentially.
But wouldn't it float?
Yeah. So that's
But
fine.
then it's like you get like a little bit of milk in the cereal.
You
It's
have a
like mostly
cereal
crunchy.
raft.
I often get tweeted a picture of this bowl that separates milk from the cereal. So you
Oh,
can just
yeah,
like pull the cereal into the milk as you use
Oh,
it.
you would love that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The ways to get
Gus
around
would
your
dump
weird
me
thing.
because of my weird cereal ways.
Yeah. No, I would not. I would not want to get down that
There's
rabbit
just-
hole.
I feel like there's a lot of foods that are soggy that I like. Cereal's one of them. Like I love drinking the milk after that.
Ugh.
And like, what about like pasta? Because that's technically kind of like soggy,
Yeah, but you don't
sloppy.
eat that uncooked. I never munch on raw pasta.
I know people who do.
I've eaten like a package of like that really cheap, shitty ramen before, like without putting it in boiling water. Just, like,
Yeah, I knew this
take a
girl in
bite out
college
of
that
it.
would break it up, eat the noodles, and then put the packet in her hand and just go, like,
were actually like refugee tents or like some kind of like disaster relief surplus.
Yeah.
FEMA tents.
Were the
Right.
They
beds
were?
body bags?
I don't know. I don't think I saw any photos of the inside.
It looked like there was people who were at those tents who had been evacuated from somewhere. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it
over
looked
there.
like a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Do you think they did a survey at the end? I
Probably.
wonder if anyone had a good time. Like if there was anyone there who was like,
I
let's make the
bet.
most of it.
I bet there are people who met on that trip who fell in love and are gonna get married.
I'm
I
gonna
bet
call
there's
their
gonna
baby
be
Fire
at least one couple.
with a Y.
Like they can bond over the shitty experience they had.
Well, because like if you're stranded out there for a couple days, is that
Yeah.
what they were at?
Gotta
Like,
keep warm somehow.
or just like there's what are you gonna do but fuck? You know?
What are you gonna do? Butt fuck.
That too. So you, I don't know. I feel like a lot of if you're bored.
I feel like your mind is way more sexual than most people here. It's like, how can I have an orgasm as soon as possible?
Yeah.
And then let me think about other things below that.
It's priorities.
You gotta
people have like food, water, shelter.
Like, are you thinking about your next little Jeff?
Yeah, I got my porn loaded up on my phone, ready to go.
No further comment from Gav.
I'm just kidding. I'm not that much of a fiend.
I love that image that people post on the internet sometimes showing like how when cell phones were introduced, the big thing was always to make them smaller and smaller and smaller, like until you got to the point where you could actually watch porn on a phone, and then they got bigger and bigger and bigger again, like the screen size increased again.
Yep.
Once you actually do something useful.
Do any phones project video yet?
I think there are attachments for like one of the Motos, like the Moto X, that can do projector.
That's pretty cool.
But I think the problem is that it drains your battery.
Yeah.
Everything does.
But you know what I mean. Projectors would use a lot of
Does
battery.
it? Snapchat drink.
Cab company, and you can request cabs through there.
The Yellow Cab app fucked me over one time.
It's not great. What happened?
This was years ago, before Uber and Lyft existed, at least in Austin. And it was one of our Christmas parties that we had for Rooster Teeth. And I had ordered a cab, like earlier in the day. I think it was probably 9 or 10 in the morning. I was like, I would like a cab for 7 o'clock because the party starts at 7:30. And I want to make sure I get there on time. And 7 o'clock rolls around, no car. 7:15, nothing. I call them. And they're like, yeah, all of our drivers are busy right now. It's going to be at least another hour.
Jesus.
And I'm like, I fucking ordered this cab to be here. Like, what's the point of ordering something in advance if it's not going to show up on time? And they're like,
Yeah,
well,
I wonder if they don't get the scheduled order. It just sort of like puts it in
It
as
just
it
pops
happens.
up. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah, it
don't
probably just puts
know.
you in the queue with everyone else.
It was just really, because it was raining that day too. So probably a lot of people were getting cabs. And I just called a different company and they sent a cab over right away at the same time as the other cab arriving at my apartment. And
Awkward.
I took the one that I just called, and then they started yelling at each other. And I'm like, hey, listen, you were 45 minutes late.
Make them fight.
Yeah.
The frustrating thing to me is, and this it kind of happens with other ride sharing companies too. But you know, when you like request a car and you can see where they are, and then like how they make their way to you.
Yeah.
I felt like anytime I did that with the Yellow Cab app, like I would be like, why are they driving that way? Where the fuck are they going? Like it would take them like 30 minutes to get to me. Like they were 5 minutes away. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
It's
That's the
possible
thing.
they
I
were-
feel like any cab driver just doesn't know where they're going in
Yeah.
Austin. Like ride shares, I feel like they're locals that know the
And they
turf.
always use the map.
They
They always
always
use GPS.
GPS. Yeah. I don't know
But
why cab drivers don't
It's
use
just
GPS.
ridiculous.
I don't know. I've gotten. I'm not going to give rideshare a pass here. I've gotten fucking lost with those idiots too before, like with the GPS on. I told you in Australia, I had to take one of the driver's phones away from them because he kept getting lost, and I was like, no, you do not look at that anymore.
I'll
Like,
tell you where to go.
Yeah, I had to take over and tell him how to get where we were going.
I had a funny thing happen where I was shooting out at Spiderwood Studios, which is kind of far from here, but it's where we've shot a lot of Laser Team. We've shot an immersion there.
Mhm.
I shot the Fire Tornado video.
Is that
there.
where we did the Pac-Man immersion?
Yeah. And it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So I opened Uber because it was still around at the time. I was like, I wonder if there's anyone around. And the sound guy from my shoot became my Uber driver.
No way.
Yeah, he just walked
Well,
up to me.
that's
He was like, let's go. And I was like, oh, you drive for Uber? He just happened to turn it on to see if
So did
Someone's
you
out there.
pay him?
yeah. I mean, through the app.
Yeah, but it's just like if he's driving, I guess, he's
He was
giving
driving
you
me to my
a
house.
lift.
My brother
just-
drove for Uber and Lyft in the summers because he was a school teacher, and we used to do that. Where he'd like
Mhm.
clock in and pick me up right in time,
That's so
throw him a
funny.
little bone.
Yeah, it was funny.
I,
It's
I
like,
want to drive for a
I
rideshare
kind of want to
company.
try it too
Yeah.
at some point in my life.
it
Maybe if they
reminded
come
me of,
back.
because in GTA, GTA Online, you can call muggers to mug people. It happens to me quite a lot. And sometimes a pedestrian just walking down the street will turn into a mugger and then just suddenly mug you. And it was like that, except
You turned
just
into an Uber
suddenly became
driver.
my driver. I was like,
Activated.
oh,
Kind of the opposite.
off we go.
Yeah, I forget what the idea was, but I think at one point I had pitched a show idea here where like we just go around and we're rideshare drivers and just like giving people rides around.
I want to
Austin.
do it during RTX.
That'd be really
Yeah.
fun.
That was the idea
Yeah.
that I had, was to do it like during RTX when there's a lot of like Rooster Teeth fans just like around downtown.
So would you let people into your car?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
I would let people into my car.
Is it clean?
On the inside.
Is your car clean, Becca?
It is now because I just got it washed, but it was filthy. Clementine cracked all these cascarones all over it. It was a nightmare.
That's
yeah.
why I was asking.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nasty.
Do you have a child?
Yeah.
She
There's
didn't-
like dog food everywhere. Spilled some dog food.
Was your
dry food
was
or
your kid
Dry
eating the
food.
food?
No,
She's
we were
got dogs.
traveling and the container opened and spilled, and it's like in all the cracks and crevices.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did you see? Okay, there was this really disgusting video that Esther showed me, and I was actually kind of mad at her for showing it to me. But it's this guy
what?
Oh, whoa.
who
Gavin had a little spit take there.
He's got wet dog food, like a can of wet dog food. Like he's got like cheap wet dog food, and he says, "I'm gonna do a test here. I want to see if there's any difference between this cheap dog food and the expensive dog foods." He's got one of each. So he starts eating the cheap dog food.
He starts eating it?
Yeah, and he just like vomits like violently, starts throwing up like, "Oh, that's disgusting. It tastes like shit." Then he picks up the expensive dog food and starts eating it. And he's throwing up, and he goes, "I knew it. They both taste like shit. There's no reason to pay more money for the good one." And I was like, "That might be the dumbest guy in the
Oh
world."
my god.
So you were mad she showed you that video?
Yeah, I was like, "Why are you showing me this guy's vomiting all over the
I
place?"
assume you were gonna say he put both of them down on the ground and saw
a
which one
dog
the
But
dog went
the
to.
way that he says, "I knew it," like he was so happy with himself. Like
Oh my
he
God.
uncovered the
Big
scam.
revelation.
I knew it.
That's pretty much exactly what it was like. But I don't like reading, like on Reddit. I unsubscribe from like the WTF and like a lot of those gross
Oh.
ones. And
I click those all the
Oh,
time.
I know.
Oh
Yeah.
god,
It's just the curiosity.
Adam Kovic showed me a horrible video of an animal. Maybe it was Kovic was talking about it. I think one of the other Funhouse guys showed it to me. It's a zebra running out of.
Zebra.
Wait.
It's a zebra running out of some sort of lake, but I think it's being eaten by a tiger or a lion or something, being attacked, and it's just its guts just spill
Ugh.
out while it's
Nah.
climbing out, and it's just like flopping out, and it's trying to
That's
run away with
gross.
without its guts. And I hate that you can't unsee stuff. I wish
Yeah.
you could.
Hey, have you ever seen that video of the hyena eating an elephant's butthole? Like it's a dead elephant.
Wait, what do you mean by eating a butthole?
He's like literally eating it. He's not like enjoying it
But
sexually
like
or anything.
like eating
Like-
out the butthole?
No, like okay, so it's a dead elephant on its side, all bloated, and this hyena comes up in the night. And it's like night vision, and it's like trying to somehow pierce the elephant's skin to get to his meat. And he discovers that the butthole is the easiest way to go through. So he's like rooting in the butthole, and he like does something. I think he does something where he like makes the stomach gases and the stomach lining inflate out of the butt. And
Oh,
it just goes.
this was like a necro prolapse.
Yeah, it was on like Discovery Channel. It's just your standard nature documentary footage.
I
But
don't like it.
pretty incredible.
I don't like
Yeah,
nature's gross.
it is absolutely brutal.
I imagine that just smelled horrible. I grew up on a ranch where there was a lot of deer hunting
Probably not
taking
his own
place, so like
only
I know
concern.
what it smells like when you pierce a stomach with the gases,
yeah?
and it's horrible.
Have you ever hunted?
No, I've always been like a pacifist.
thanks.
My dad took us, and I would sit in the back of the truck and cry when he killed something. But I've actually never even shot a real gun. I've shot a BB gun, and that's it.
You know, South Texan.
I know. It's
Even
sad.
I've shot a gun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've shot guns, but never at anything living.
yeah.
I would hate.
My
to kill
brothers
something
killed
with
a
gun.
deer and a sheep, like a curly horn sheep, and birds.
Just for fun, or like you ate it?
We ate it.
Okay.
Did you guys see that giraffe that gave birth? April the giraffe?
I heard about it, but I didn't
Oh
watch it
yeah,
or anything.
I watched the video. of
Do
it.
you- there was an ungodly amount of liquid that came out after that deer came out.
And blood clots bigger than an
Yeah,
egg.
there you go. Yeah.
But it was like a waterfall. It was just
Yeah, it was like the giraffe hanging out, and then it kind of flumps out like Jim Carrey flips out of that
Yeah.
hippo or the rhino, whatever he was in, and followed by like a splash and like rainfall of.
Oh,
But it
boy.
kept going. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't just
And then the mother's just like, damn, and then the giraffe gets up, and it's just like.
Was
"Oh,
it in a
we're-"
bag or anything, or did it just come out?
No, it just came
Just
out.
came out.
Wow.
I think
That's
I seen
the-
the bag split before it came out.
I think that's the thing that amazes me most about animals versus humans is that so many animals when they're born, they could just like, get up and start walking
Yeah.
within a
They're fully functional animals,
hours.
just small.
Human babies are real crap.
human
Yeah.
babies can't even roll by
Well,
themselves.
that's what they say. Like the first 3 months of a human baby's life is the 4th trimester because they're just worthless little worms. But like they should stay in there a full year, but they get too big and they would break us in half.
yeah.
So they have to come out, and then they just
Interesting.
incubate.
It's like the kangaroo is prematurely born.
Is it?
and it's just like a little grub, and it crawls out of the vag hole into the
marsupial.
pouch, and then bites on a little nipple thing that inflates in its head so it can't let go anymore, and then it continues to grow like
Why
that.
do you know so much about kangaroos?
It's Australian. Can't
fascinating.
you hear the accent?
It's fascinating.
But
Yeah,
you're right. That's
you're
like a
fascinating.
weird evolutionary step, right? Like it's prematurely kicked out of the body, then goes into a pouch.
Yeah, because I think the inside of the kangaroo it just becomes deadly after a long. But how does that evolve? Like,
Right.
was there a kangaroo that just gave birth really early?
And they were
then
like,
it lived
shit, I need to
somehow?
put this. I need to
Yeah.
put this somewhere, and it's like sticks it in the.
Because a
in
lot of
the pouch.
evolution is like you can see natural selection would work out that way.
Mhm.
How the hell did that happen?
We need to ask Sally. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
like
that's a
if Sally
really
LePage is here,
interesting one.
yeah, that's a question we.
yeah, there's a lot of animals that do it different. Like the seahorse does all the.
I love
it-
watching the male seahorse.
It
give
looks
birth.
like they're being projected
farts
backwards,
about?
right? Like it's so strong. It looks like
Yeah.
they're being thrown
It's like
back.
it's sneezing them out, and
Yeah.
they just get forced backwards,
the best.
and most of them die.
Have you ever seen a duck stick?
It's like a
coil?
court. Yeah,
Well,
corkscrew.
apparently it takes the
Oh, a duck's
shape
dick.
of whatever it's going into. So like you can,
Like a triangle.
yeah, like it'll do a spiral or like it just like follows the path.
But what different
it's
things would it
directed
have
on.
to be shaped like other than duck vag?
Well, I think a duck vag is like maybe spiral.
I imagine if a guy's penis was shaped like a spiral, like if he's lying down with his dick up and like just like spinning the girl on top of him
You'd say he's drilling
to
her.
like, just, or screwing her, depending on how you want to.
There you go.
And you just get like
then when
attached.
you're done, it's like, all right, time to detach.
just unravel you.
I thought not many birds have dicks. I think a swan doesn't a swan have a dick?
I think male birds would have to have a dick. You're probably thinking of the cloaca, I think it's pronounced, which is the hole that birds have that's a single use. So, contrary to your wanting multiple holes in your
Yeah.
neck. So birds and reptiles, I think, all have this. It's a single hole where they pee, poop, have sex, and give birth out of.
It's a dirty hole.
Yeah, it is a dirty, dirty hole.
I looked up swan dick
Yeah.
on Google, and the first return is the Urban Dictionary entry for swan cock.
Which is?
I have not read it yet. Let's find out together. When a chick is sucking you off and you're
Okay.
sitting down, she has her neck bent 90 degrees and only bobbing her head up and down like a swan. Get her to make funny noises to enhance the experience.
Wait, what's the 90
Wait.
degrees? Wait, what?
Wait, read this again?
yeah.
So she's
When a chick is sucking you off and you're sitting down, she has her neck bent 90 degrees and only bobbing her head up and down like a swan. Get
Oh,
her
I
to...
think it's this way.
Yeah, it's that way.
Oh, like this.
Yeah. And you got to make funny noises
That's
to enhance the
rubbish.
experience. Yeah, that's stupid.
Google how many birds have dicks.
How many birds have dicks?
I want that on a shirt.
So, so
Not our new
real fast
franchise,
before I get
guys.
to that, Patrick is saying most birds don't. There's almost 10,000 species of birds, and only around 3% of them have a penis. They include ducks, geese, and swans, and large flightless birds like ostriches and emus.
Oh, dude, I want to see an ostrich dick.
Eagles, flamingos, penguins, and
want
albatrosses
that
have
on a
completely
shirt.
lost their penises.
So how do they do it?
Yeah.
They just like fart some sperm over the girl.
Fart some sperm over
How do
the
they,
girl.
how do they
Rub
propel
holes.
it? They need some sort of pressurized chamber.
I'm trying to think.
That's pretty much what dudes do.
In all of these
They don't get
species,
pregnant from that.
in all of these species, males still fertilize the female's egg by sending sperm into her body, but without any penetration. Instead, males and females just mush their genital
Oh my
openings
God.
together, and he transfers sperm into her manovers. They call it a cloacal kiss.
Oh, you said the cloacal kiss? Is that?
Yeah.
That's so romantic.
Mush, 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 mush.
Oh
mush.
God. So, Barbara.
Oh.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, what?
Wait,
Wait, again?
That's ostrich dick.
Oh.
I need.
I don't
Is it
like
backwards?
I don't know.
Is it a tongue? What?
It looks like a
It
steak.
looks like it comes out.
I
and
saw it,
bends
so
the
you had to
opposite
see it.
direction.
Okay, I don't want to.
That looks
I don't
really
want to see
painful.
ostrich dick anymore. I'm happy now.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied. Did I tell you about?
Oh damn, they're so far away.
Well, that's because we're gonna have. Oh no.
Let Barbara go first. The Barbara.
Ah, yoink.
Barbara and the actual mother. Do you have
Good
any,
choice.
paper
Good
towels?
choice.
Oh shit.
I missed my mouth. Everyone saw that. We cut to me. Go away.
So I got married on.
Oh, in the box. Oh, come on. It dripped in the box. Oh!
It's okay. It's still good.
He's claimed it now. It says. So I got married on Mother's Day weekend. Now that I'm a mother, Michael's like doubly fucked. He just disappoints me every year.
Does he ever watch these?
Never in full.
What?
Never in full.
He doesn't watch the podcast in full.
He'll like
It's long.
watch it like live a little bit and then he never loops back.
Does that mean he has a first member account?
I hooked him up.
Oh, okay.
The employee discount? Wink, wink.
The employee button you could press.
My mom listened to the first one I was on. And then she asked about Always Open, but I wouldn't send it to her.
Probably a good idea. Yeah, my parents watch Always Open.
Your parents are always watching. I'll always see them.
They're watching.
I
right now.
commend your ability to like keep it real, knowing that in the back of your head.
What's the most personal thing you've said on Always Open?
Just everything. I don't know. I can't pinpoint it to one moment, but there's a lot of things that I say because I just don't give a fuck. And then I think, I really hope no one ever brings this up in any family conversation.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm the same way where I'll say whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But man, a couple months ago, my mom was like, I saw the video of you during the charity stream.
Oh,
you
no.
got really
Oh,
drunk. And I
no.
was like, I don't want to hear it, Mom. I don't want, like, don't talk to me about it.
I'm all grown up now.
Yeah, she was like, I'm just worried about it. I was like, stop.
Can't buzz me around anymore.
I'm an adult.